and welcome. This is Roadside Republic, a show that where we as reporters travel to big cities, smaller towns, highways, to those bad roads which are less taken even sometimes by politicians at the time elections are around the corner, to try and get the mood of the people, the voter, first-timers, very senior voters, as well as candidates and aspirants of candidates as well. I'm Radhika Iyer. We come to you live from Mangalore in coastal Karnataka, and joining us on the show will be Monadeepa Banerjee from West Bengal.
That's right, I'm in Murshidabad district's headquarter town, Behrampur, and if you're wondering why I'm standing in front of a sweet shop, hang on there.
From Behrampur to Mangalore, this is one constituency which is seen as a very high-profile constituency, a very interesting one, given the fact that this has been the bastion of the Congress for several years until 1992, when it was broken by the BJP, and since then it's been the BJP which has been holding the high-profile constituency of Dakshina Kannada on the west coast. But the concept of primaries that Rahul Gandhi announced, it seems that Dakshina Kannada will be one of those 15 constituencies where primaries will be first elected by the Congress party itself and then of course selected to be the candidate, has caused a bigger controversy and confusion than a solution. It seems that here in Mangalore, it is a veteran politician opposed to a young man who's new to public life. Here is a case of senior Pujari versus junior Moily. Roads leading to Mangalore strewn with saffron flags, posters, hoardings indicating the strong presence of Hindutva forces here. The recent homestay attack case, the pub attack case, the attack on students who are seen in the company of those who don't belong to the same religion, all of it has led to a sense of fear, insecurity among the minds of the people. Four-time Congress MP Janardhan Pujari's image is that of being non-corrupt, fearless and also brutally frank. Instead of being diplomatic, he is direct about how he should be the candidate for the Congress for the important Dakshina Kannada seat.
When the ACC observer came here about 2 to 3 months back, all our workers, even though there was some category, they suggested only one name.
Which is?
Mr. Janardhan Pujari's name. I don't say that I should be only the person who will get elected. But at the same time, but you are the people who have given your verdict.
Who's this he? Whose name have all of you suggested? Kiska naam suggest kiya?
Janardhan Pujari.
Pujari's rival within the party, Veerappa Moily, wants a ticket for his son Harsha Moily. Moily Jr., a businessman, says his USP is his youth.
I believe, I would make a good candidate purely because I also understand, how do we deliver solutions to the people, not just to the voters, but also to the party workers.
There is a considerable presence of the Billava community to which Janardhan Pujari belongs to, and very little presence of the community Moily belongs to. But then a lot of people say it's fresh blood versus a case of someone who's been there, done that 4 times. The Congress's list will be out soon. Meanwhile, the BJP has its own headache. Women voters argue with sitting MP Nalin Katal that much of the promised work is still pending. He wants another chance. While he will be given a ticket, BJP strongman Yediyurappa in Karnataka is throwing tantrums over how his team is being ignored.
वो बीजेपी सरकार का डेवलपमेंट वर्क फिर अच्छा होगा, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट का वर्क, येडियुरप्पा सरकार, बीवी सदानंद गौड़ा का सरकार.
लेकिन येडियुरप्पा खुश नहीं है. उनके जो बेस्ट फ्रेंड है जो धनंजय कुमार, उनको सीट नहीं मिल रहा है मैंगलोर से, ये मानना है. क्या आप कहना आपका?
वो धनंजय कुमार का और येडियुरप्पा का समस्या नहीं है इधर ही. वो इधर ही एक ही समस्या है, कांग्रेस का समस्या.
In the last assembly election, the trend of over 2 decades was reversed, with the Congress bagging 7 out of 8 assembly seats in Dakshina Kannada. Infighting within both the BJP and the Congress now could impact voting in a big way. Radhika Iyer with DM Kumar in Mangalore in coastal Karnataka, NDTV. Mangalore is not a place where people are very forthcoming to raise their opinion, but when we invited students to join our show, this was the response. That calls for a changing Mangalore indeed. More than 50 people out this evening to raise a point, and all of you are here to make a point more than despite the insecurity, despite the fear, right? So how many of you are first-time voters? Let's get that idea first. Wow, that's a big number. So that's all of you, it seems, are first-time voters. And by the way, have you got your voter ID? Yes. Yes? Okay. I hope less mistakes, etc. All right. So I'll also ask, since the trend is that now it's the time of the youth and the youth era has begun, how many of you want to contest elections? Let's see if some hands go up. Okay. Okay. What is the change that you might want to bring to Dakshina Kannada if you become the MP?
Maybe the consistency, what is majorly lacking in this place. Probably you would see that when just the elections are starting, you would see the developmental aspects are
there's a lot of good work.
Good work. But once the elections are not there, it's just nothing. But
okay, consistency in his work, right? You guys hopefully will vote for that point. What about poll issues? What is it that affects you the most as a student? We've seen several cases where students have been attacked time and over again.
Yeah, it's a very important issue right now because student safety is one of the major criteria I'm looking forward for this time's elections. And right now you can see, even if this time is so and so, we all are out here, including boys and girls, we are all out over here for just one motive, that we want a clean government, a government which thinks properly and wants to bring about a change on this issue, like the security of girls, like of so many incidents which have taken place even in Mangalore or any other place.
Sure.
It's a common issue in every part of India.
Should safety of students, should safety of women students, especially after these attacks, become a poll issue? Would you vote for someone who promises that they will keep students safe?
Yeah, more than considering their promises, I would just like to say we need people who think out of the box. We do not need communal kind of politics over here. So over here, what the major problem is, if there is an issue that a girl or any group of people they're facing, if the minority is facing, then there is no news over it. But then when a majority group of people, when they are facing it, there's a lot of issues over it. So we need people who will raise their voice against even these minority people. Recently, there were a lot of scams that underwent in Mangalore, whereas some minority scams had no news after that. So why is this happening? So all these things should have a full stop for it.
Someone who thinks beyond religion, the lack of alternative, as someone pointed out some time ago, you were making a point on how there is a lack of alternative, someone who thinks beyond religion. What is it that you're looking for? Just a complete change and overall?
Not exactly. We want someone to stand from without the traditional BJP and Congress parties. We want someone who is representing change, for example. But we don't have those candidates here. It's either the BJP or the Congress or entrenched political parties. So there's no youth here. Even if the youth come, they come up to the cadres of the BJP and the Congress. So we don't have the kind of change that we're seeing in Delhi. We want that here.
It's also interesting you say that. The students from Mangalore, according to certain reports, is that the students, it's been an exodus after the recent incidents. Interestingly, this was one place where there was this concept of report card. All of these students ask for opportunities, development, like there is a sense of being fired in a corporate company. Should MLAs go through that as well, and especially from here, because here's where that concept began.
Yes, definitely, because every student has, they check out the students' performance through the marks report card system. The same way should be done even for the MLAs or MPs or anyone for that matter, so that they don't go corrupt, or they don't, they don't go into greed. So that's...
Okay, one last point from you. What's the one issue that you need to change here?
It's about the drug and human trafficking, because recent years we have seen many girls are missing in this region, and the authorities have not taken any initiative about it. So if this continues, our coastal city of Mangalore will become one of the more, one of the important vulnerable regions.
Sure. So many issues that you are pointing out indeed, and all of you hopefully will go out and vote.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, now that you have the vote to reject as well. So this really is the sense that we are getting from Mangalore city. They want changes. They want someone who not just promises but also delivers. And like the young woman says, make safety for women a poll issue, and let that not just remain in the manifesto. That's all we have on this special segment from Mangalore.